Hey guys, today I'm gonna show you how to paint a simple bear in watercolor style. Also, I will be sharing how to make stamps with your art pieces. Let's get started. First of all, I'm gonna create a new brush for today's painting. I will be walking you through how I create this brush, or you can simply download it using the link below. First of all, select the brush, look for Tinderbox under inking. Duplicate this brush and tap into it to make changes. Let's get into the configuration. Go to Rendering, max out the wet edges and burnt edges. Then go to Properties, drag the maximum size all the way to 100%. Then move on to Color Dynamics. Look for Stroke Color Jitter. Increase the lightness to around 30%. Here, our new brush is done. The canvas I set up today is 2000 by 2000 pixels. And I'm using the same watercolor paper texture as the one I used before. I will also link it below. Let's choose a light brown color for the bear. I'm gonna paint the head silhouette first. Make the bottom part slightly wider than the top. Also add 2 tiny ears up here. And then I noticed that some part of the outline is quite fuzzy, which is not what I would like it to be. So let's fix it by using the dry ink brush to erase it. Once it's fixed, let's add details on the head. Create a new layer, use the dry ink brush and a darker color to make 2 oval shapes for the eyes. Select a slightly lighter color for the nose. It's an upside down triangle shape. Then draw out the big mouth. Add some dots on the face. When you make a character, you might wonder how to make a character cute. I actually have a video talking about how to make cute characters. In that video, I share tips on that topic. The tips actually work for both human characters and animal characters. You can check that video out. So now the head has pretty good structure. Let's move on to the body. Make a new layer for the body. Use the same color that we used for the head and use the new Tinderbox brush that we just made to paint the body shape. You can see that the body part has some overlap with the head. We need to get rid of that. How to do it? Let's select the head silhouette layer, then use the automatic selection tool. Tap on the white area, then you have selected the white area. Inverted it to get the head area selected. The reason why I make this selection in this way is that the head silhouette is translucent. It has subtle shades of brown. That said, if you select the head directly, you won't get a very clean selection. Once the selection is made, let's go back to the body layer and tap on Clear. We get the body part fixed. Now it's time to add arms and legs with the same approach. And you may have noticed that the legs and arms are translucent again, which we don't want. So let's add a base layer for that. Add a new layer under the arms and legs layer. Go back to the arms and legs layer to make the selection, like how we did it earlier. Then jump back to the new layer and tap Fill layer. So this new layer actually functions as a background for the arms and legs so that they won't look translucent anymore. And it seems so dark, let's make it lighter. Meanwhile, the 2 arms seem having some overlap as well. Let's smooth it out by using smudging tool with a wet sponge brush. And the body part looks a little bit boring, so I'm gonna make the belly lighter. Use a lighter color to paint a water block and adjust the shape using liquefying tool. And then we come to the final step, which is adding details. Use the dry ink brush to draw 2 short lines for the ears and smooth out the edges. Ensure that you only smudge the sides that are facing the outside of the bear. Next, add some details to the eyes. You can do whatever you want here actually. The reason why I made the bear looking towards the middle is that I'm gonna add a flower in his hands. So the bear is looking at the flower. Make a new layer for the flower. It looks a little bit small, so let's enlarge it for a little bit. Then I'm gonna add some shadows under the arms and legs. Create a new layer between the arms and legs layer and the body layer. The shadow should not go beyond the body silhouette, so we need to make a selection and add shadows in that area only. So select the body layer, use the automatic selection tool again, tap on the white area and inverted it to get the selection that we wanted. Then go back to the new layer and use soft brush to add shadows. While I'm working on it, I noticed that there is a little gap between the head and the body. It's an easy fix, so let's just select the liquify and drag the head base layer to cover up the gap. And the next detail that I want to add is shadow between the arms, so it looks like one arm is on top of the other. The last detail we need is the highlights on the nose. Put on some white color on the nose and smooth it out. Our cute bear is done. Let me quickly add some background patterns. Now I'm gonna group all the layers together. Make a copy of the group and flatten the group. Hide the group now. It will be a backup for us if we need to make further adjustments to individual layers in the future. But now we just need the flattened layer. With this example of creating cute characters, you might have a better idea about cute character creation. Aside from the character portrait painting, today I also want to share how to make your art into stamps. So far, if you like today's tutorial, don't forget to hit the like button. Alright, to make a stamp, first we need to create a layer and make a rectangular selection. Tap on the selection tool, choose rectangle, and then drag a rectangular, and then drop the color in it, then we've got a square shape. We need some stamp edges as well. To make that, we need another new brush. Go to brush, find calligraphy, and then monoline. Make a copy of it and tap into it to add it. First of all, go to stroke path to increase the spacing to around 70%. Then go to properties and max it out the maximum size. And now we can use this brush to shape out the stamp edges. Select the eraser tool, select the new brush, and adjust the size to about 2%. And draw a line along the outline of the square shape. Don't lift the pen tip yet. Wait for it to turn into a straight line, and then you can kind of adjust the directions and the length of the line. And let it go when you're happy with it. And then erase out the other 3 edges as well. And today I want to make some white stamps, so I'm gonna drop some white color into the shape. See if my background color I set for this canvas is light gray, so that's why the white stamp can show up. It's time to bring in our cute bear. Select our art layer and use the warp function under transform. Just kind of play around with it to make it more lively. And here I realized that the mouth line is a bit too thin, which is hard to see if I decrease the size of the painting. So I drew a thicker line over it. And now make some adjustments to the color tone. Then go to the layer and tap clipping mask. Resize the painting to fit in our stamp. To make our stamp stand out more, I'm gonna add some shadows. Make a copy of the stamp layer, make the bottom one darker as the shadow. Use transforming tool to move it a few pixels off its original position. Our stamp design is finished. Try make your own stamps, and soon you will have some art stamp collections. It will also be a good idea to print out as stickers or cards. If you liked today's video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see more videos in the future. Thank you for going on the art journey with me. I will see you in the next one. Bye!